Hello, I think we are live. Please bear with us as we try to figure out some of the technical difficulties, but this is Family Equality's drag story hour with some amazing, wonderful, colorful Portland queens. We are so excited to be bringing content to our families right now. We know it's a really overwhelming and uncertain time, and having a little bit of fun is, I think, more important now than ever. This is part of a larger program called The Neighborhood. It is a virtual hub for LGBTQ plus families. We offer teen workshops, toddler dance parties, drag story hour, as you can now see, meetups for parents of all different identities and at all different stages of their journey. And today we are bringing you some stories. Without further ado, I just want to introduce our drag queens and drag creatures. We have Beelzebub Doll, Helen of Boy, and Ruby Q. They are amazing, amazing, amazing folks for agreeing to do this, bring some light into our homes. You can definitely go follow them. You'll see on the Facebook post, they are tagged. Please, please, please go follow their pages, go see what else they're up to. Oh my gosh, and Ruby Q is prepared. Amazing. That's awesome. But I guess we will just get started. Beelzebub Doll, would you mind taking the reins? You are muted, I think, or maybe not actually. No, you are not muted. So you can just go ahead and kick things off.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here and to read stories for y'all. Before I was a drag performer, I was a Montessori toddler teacher. And so this is just a pleasure. I'm going to share today with you some of Frog and Toad's Treasury. That's really some of my favorite kid stories. I read these to my own son long, long ago. He's very large now and still asleep. I'm going to share with you The Lost Button. Toad and Frog went for a long walk. They walked across a large meadow. They walked in the woods. They walked along the river. At last, they went back home to Toad's house. "Oh, drat," said Toad. "Not only do my feet hurt, but I have lost one of the buttons on my jacket." "Don't worry," said Frog. "We will go back to all the places where we walked. We will soon find your button." They walked back to the large meadow. They began to look for the button in the tall grass. "Here is your button," cried Frog. "That is not my button," said Toad. "That button is black. My button was white." Toad put the black button in his pocket. A sparrow flew down. "Excuse me," said the sparrow, "did you lose a button?" "I found one." "That is not my button," said Toad. "That button has 2 holes. My button has 4 holes." Toad put the button with 2 holes in his pocket. They went back to the woods and looked on the dark paths. "Here is your button," said Frog. "That is not my button," said Toad. "That button is small. My button was big." Toad put the small button in his pocket. A raccoon came out from behind a tree. "I heard that you were looking for a button." "Here is one that I just found." "That is not my button," wailed Toad. "That button is square. My button was round." Toad put the square button in his pocket. Frog and Toad went back to the river. They looked for the button in the mud. "Here is your button," said Frog. "That is not my button," shouted Toad. "That button is thin. My button was thick." Toad put the thin button in his pocket. He was very angry. He jumped up and down and screamed, "The whole world is covered in buttons, and none of them are mine!" Toad ran home and slammed the door. There on the floor, he saw his white four-holed, big, round, thick button. "Oh," said Toad, "it was here all the time. What a lot of trouble I have made for Frog." Toad took all of the buttons out of his pocket. He took his sewing box down from the shelf. Toad sewed the buttons all over his jacket. The next day, Toad gave his jacket to Frog. Frog thought that it was beautiful. He put it on and jumped for joy. None of the buttons fell off. Toad had sewed them on very well. Friends helping friends. That's what we like. I'd like to sing a song for you now about frogs. It's by Raffi. It's a song that I grew up on a million years ago. And it goes like this. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there were 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 2 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was 1 green speckled frog. Glub, glub. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were no green speckled frogs. No more. They swam away. I think I'm going to read another story from Frog and Toad. If there's time, it looks like I've still got time. So I'm going to now read you the story of a swim. Toad and Frog went down to the river. "What a day for a swim," said Frog. "Yes," said Toad. "I will go behind these rocks and put on my bathing suit." "I don't wear a bathing suit," said Frog. "Well, I do," said Toad. "After I put on my bathing suit, you must not look at me until I get in the water." "Why not?" asked Frog. "Because I look funny in my bathing suit." "That is why," said Toad. Frog closed his eyes when Toad came out from behind the rocks. Toad was wearing his bathing suit. "Don't peek," he said. Frog and Toad jumped into the water. They swam all afternoon. Frog swam fast and made big splashes. Toad swam slowly and made smaller splashes. A turtle came along the riverbank. "Frog, tell that turtle to go away. I do not want him to see me in my bathing suit when I come out of the river." Frog swam over to the turtle. "Turtle, you will have to go away." "Why should I?" asked the turtle. "Because Toad thinks that he looks funny in his bathing suit, and he does not want you to see him," said Frog. Some lizards were sitting nearby. "Does Toad really look funny in his bathing suit?" they asked. A snake crawled out of the grass. "If Toad looks funny in his bathing suit," said the snake, "then I, for one, want to see him." "We want to see him too," said 2 dragonflies. "Me too," said a field mouse. I have not seen anything funny in a long time. Frog swam back to Toad. I am sorry, Toad, he said. Everyone wants to see how you will look. Then I will stay right here until they go away, said Toad. The turtle and the lizards and the snake and the dragonflies and the field mouse all sat on the riverbank. They waited for Toad to come out of the water. Please, cried Frog, please go away. But no one went away. Toad was getting colder and colder. He was beginning to shiver and sneeze. I will have to come out of the water, said Toad. I am catching a cold. There's everybody waiting. They just want to see. Oh, my kitty has things to say. Toad climbed out of the river. The water dripped out of his bathing suit and down onto his feet. The turtle laughed. The lizards laughed. The snake laughed. The field mouse laughed. And Frog laughed. I personally like that bathing suit. That is exactly the kind of bathing suit I want to wear. What are you laughing at, Frog? Said Toad. I am laughing at you, Toad, said Frog, because you do look funny in your bathing suit. Of course I do, said Toad. Then he picked up his clothes and went home. Sometimes it's okay to look funny. Sometimes you can just look kind of silly and your friends still love you. They still appreciate you and they still want to go swimming with you. That's my takeaway. Oh, and Fiona's here. She wants to know what I'm doing. Sharing stories with friends, Fiona. We're sharing stories with friends. Well, I think that's it for me this morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I feel like the kitten wants to do a reading too. Look at her. Oh, I love this. This is a great screen. Well, thank you so much for reading Frog and Toad. We've got quite a few people saying that that's their favorite book. And I don't blame them. It's one of the best. And singing Rafi brings me back. So we want to again plug Beelzebub Dolls Facebook. Stay tuned on our Facebook page. We will for sure be sharing all the information so that you can hear about more events that they're doing, and I'm sure plenty more virtual events as well, because the times have changed. But thank you so much. Some people tuning in on the East Coast might not realize that it is morning time for these folks. They are in Portland, so getting ready, putting on all this makeup, making themselves look good is a lot of work, and it's early. So thank you so much for joining us. And then now we will move over to Helen of Boy. So I will go ahead and transfer the stage. Hello, Helen of Boy. Welcome.
Hi there. I'm just here. I'm Helen of Boy, and I'm here with my unicorn, Queer Futurity. She always wants to listen when I read and tell stories. Yeah, I'm just Helen of Boy is a collection of three-dimensional shapes that know each other vaguely well, and that's me. I wanted to read a couple books that I'm very fond of. I really love the color pink, and I really love the color blue. But the other color that is my absolute favorite is yellow. So I wanted to read this book called My Heart by Corinna Loiken, featuring the color yellow. Ugh. Wow. Wow, I just love the art of this book. My Heart by Karina Loiken. My heart is a window. My heart is a slide. My heart can be closed or open up wide. Some days it's a puddle. Some days it's a stain. Some days it is cloudy and heavy with rain. Some days it is tiny. Can you even see it? The heart is right there. But tiny can grow and grow and grow. There are days it's a fence between me and the world. Days it's a whisper that can barely be heard. There are days that it's broken. But broken can mend. And a heart that is closed can open again. My heart is a shadow, a light and a guide. Closed or open. I get to decide. Oh, I love that. Oh, I want to be in a field of yellow. That looks so nice. Oh, pleasant. Wow. The end. The end. I get to decide. So this other book that I wanted to share is actually a book that I made myself, and it is called Wishes. So, I mean, of course, Helen of Boy is here to bring you books about hearts and wishes and other kinds of ephemeral, untouchable things. Oh, I just love this, and it's all yellow. I'm very proud of this book. Wishes by Helen of Boy. Oh, it's blank. What is a wish? A wish is a dream, a vision, a hope. A wish is an imaginative request. How do you make a wish? Well, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And see with your heart the thing that you want. Do you see it? Okay. When is the right time to make a wish? I know you wanted to know. Okay. Let me tell you. You can wish on the first star you see at night. You can wish on a star that flies across the sky. Uh-huh. Make a wish when you find a 4-leaf clover. 3 leaves is not the right number of leaves on a clover to make a wish. Okay. Make a wish when you make the first scoop into a jar of peanut butter. Mhm, mhm. Make a wish when you blow the seeds off a dandelion. Yeah. Make a wish before you blow out all the candles on your birthday cake. Make a wish on an eyelash that's fallen on your cheek. Make a wish when you throw a coin into a fountain, lake, or a well. Almost any body of water will do, but mostly it's fountains, lakes, and wells. Make a wish when you happen to glance at a clock at an auspicious time, like 11:11 or 12:34. Auspicious means like important, and it gives you chills. Mhm. Some magical beings grant wishes, like fairies and genies. So if you encounter a fairy or a genie, they can give you some wishes. But where do wishes come from? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where? Are they in the stars? Or in your eyes? Because you see the things. You see the things, so you make a wish. Is that where the wishes are? Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, there's a secret page here. Is there a wish in your breath? Oh my gosh, maybe. That's easy. It's easy. There are wishes everywhere. Everywhere. Wow. They live in every subtle moment of noticing and feeling. The gentle embrace of the universe. What are some of your wishes? The end. That's what I got. That's my books. I got a book about hearts and I got a book about wishes. And I hope y'all get some great wishes coming true.
Oh, that was amazing. And it's so, it's so hard with these virtual events. You don't get to see your audience, but we're getting so many folks just saying thank you. And also how amazing to get a private author reading. Everyone is so in love with this book.
Yay, I'll have to make more.
Yes, please. We've got people saying that was beautiful. This is their new favorite book. Hearts and wishes. That's what we need right now. How wonderful. And unicorns too, which doesn't hurt. Yes, of course. Well, thank you so much, Helen of Boy. Again, we will be stay tuned on our Facebook page. We will be tagging these amazing folks so that you can go follow them and see what else they're up to virtually, one day in person again. But for now, thank you so much. We're going to move on to Ruby Q. So thank you.
Everyone, I'm going to make sure that I'm not getting any feedback into my microphone. Anybody want to give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're having a good time? Everything today is so strange. I've never done this before. I've never read a book on camera before. And you've never seen the inside of my home before. Perhaps you have never even seen a drag queen before. So, let me clear it up for you. If you don't know what a drag queen is, this is it. An ordinary person. You see, we all live in ordinary homes, but we love dressing up with our whole heart. If any of you are out there, just know you can be a drag queen too. What else is new? Well, there's been a lot of online entertainment. I don't know if anybody is sick of screen time yet. Oh my goodness. I sure could stand to go outside at this point. In fact, if anybody is feeling like anxious or you got, the jitteries or even the crazies, you need to get up, shake it out, maybe grab your favorite blanket or your favorite stuffed animal. It is such a wonderful opportunity that we are at home and we get to be comfortable and watching this entertainment with our family. And we're all staying at home this week. What is that about? I'm here self-quarantining. Boy, that's a long word. Quarantine. It rhymes with queen, so I just pretend I'm here in my castle. But that's exactly what it's about. It's about staying safe. We need to listen to our parents this week when they tell us where to be and what not to touch. Because we're not just keeping ourselves safe, we're keeping everyone safe, including our parents, our siblings, our grandparents. I'm going to get to my next book in just a second, but I want to thank you all for being here. Maybe you've heard some of these books before. I certainly had never heard Helen's books about wishes, and that was wonderful. This is an old favorite of mine. It's as old as me. It's as old as my parents. It might be as old as your grandparents. It's called Where the Wild Things Are. It's from 1963. It's by Maurice Sendak. It's about a kid who got a case of the crazies, and he let him go a little bit too far. It's about the night that Max wore his wolf suit. See, he liked to play dress up too, and made mischief of one kind and another. What's he doing with that fork? That poor dog. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Maybe he feels a little cooped up. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew. until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Wild thing. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and showed their terrible claws. And what did Max do? Well, Max said, "Be still!" and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. What's a wild rumpus? They're howling at the moon. Ow! It's a big party. They're hanging from trees. Oh, what a wild rumpus. Now what? Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. Now, why would he do that? And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around the world, from far across the sea, he smelled good things to eat and gave up being king of where the wild things are. Even queens and kings can get lonely. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And the wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his boat and waved bye-bye. And sailed over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he had supper waiting for him. Huh. And it was still hot. It was still hot. How long was he in the land where the wild things are? I don't know. But he sure had a creative adventure. I hope that you're finding ways to have creative indoor adventures this week. You know, it's really hard to not be able to go outside unless you have a backyard. But I live here in an apartment building, and if I go to the park, I can't use the monkey bars. That's my favorite spot. But I can imagine myself somewhere, especially when the weather's really nice. You know, in Portland, it's still a little bit rainy here. So now, for my next trick, I'm going to sing you a song. And it's a song that I know you know because it's from the greatest movie of all time, Frozen. But it's not the one you think. It's the one that our favorite friend Olaf the snowman sings because he doesn't know what happens to snowmen in summer. So when I get cooped up, I'm feeling the crazies. I feel like I need to run outside and play. Maybe I can sing a song like Olaf does and imagine myself in summer. One sec, let me adjust my hair. Okay, maestro. Now, please sing along at home by all means. Doesn't matter if you're good or bad or in between. Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. A drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tanned in summer. I'll finally see a summer breeze wash away a winter storm and find out what happens to solid matter when it gets warm. Oh, I can't wait to see what my buddies all think of me when I finally do what frozen things do in summer. Da-da, da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hot and the cold are both so intense, you put them together, it just makes sense. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Winter's a good time to stay in and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a happy snowman. When life gets rough, I like to hold on to my dream of relaxing in the summer sun and blowing off steam. Oh, the sky will be blue, and you guys will be there too. When I finally do what frozen things do in summer. If you're singing along, big breath. In summer. Woo! I got my crazies out. Woo! That was exciting. Yeah, take another deep breath. Ready? You know, even though I can't use the monkey bars, I think there's a lot to appreciate about being at home. And I'm really excited to bring you my next book. And it's because it's from a Portland author and illustrator. Right here in Oregon, her name is Carson Ellis, and this is a book called Home. Anybody know about this book? Tell me in the comments. What do you see on the cover? I see a igloo, a log cabin, a covered wagon, a ship. Okay, let's open up and see what's inside. Oh, my favorite color. By Carson Ellis, and look, it's signed by the author. For Colin, Hank, and Milo Malloy with love. Home is a house in the country. Or home is an apartment. There's all kinds of details in these illustrations. I hope I'm not moving the book too fast. Some homes are boats. And some homes are wigwams. Some are palaces. And some are underground layers. Ooh. or shoes. Do you know the one about the little old lady who lived in a shoe? She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. Parents, you feel me? French people live in French homes. And Atlanteans make their homes underwater. What? You can do that. And some folks live on the road. This is a picture of musicians packing up after a concert. And they're going to sleep on that tour bus while they go to the next town. Clean homes, messy homes, tall homes, short homes, sea homes. Look at those seahorses. Hollow tree homes. But whose home is this? Or this? Is that an upside down teacup? Oh my God, there's a snail. Who in the world lives here? And why? This is the home of a Slovakian duchess. And this is the home of a Kenyan blacksmith. This is the home of a Japanese businessman. Ooh, it's so simple and sleek. And this is the home of a Norse god. I don't know if that's on Earth. I think that's Valhalla. A babushka lives here. What is a babushka? It's a grandma. And she's got a samovar that comes from Russia. And look, I have one right there. Just like a babushka. And what's this? A Moonian lives here with Moonian furniture on the moon. A raccoon lives here. Ooh, how cozy. And an artist lives here. Do you think that's the artist from this book? It is. This is my home, and this is me. Where is your home? Where are you? And that's it. So as we're spending a lot of time indoors, maybe we can find ways to appreciate our homes, because everybody's home is different. Maybe you could draw a picture of your home from the outside, draw a picture of your favorite place to be in your home, and try and tell somebody about it. Well, that's my 2 books. But if I could shout out to Anna, if we have more time, I have a little bit more material to share.
Absolutely. We definitely have more time. Go for it.
Great. I love that. Well then, we're going to sing a song. This one, I'm going to have to pick you up and move you. Are you ready? We're going to my piano. Now, before we close up, I want to give a shout out to all the other queens that hung out today. Helen of Boy, Beelzebub Doll, thank you for being here. I'm Ruby Q. This is my handle on the Instagram and the Facebook. It's been such a joy to be with you in your homes this morning. And I hope that I get more opportunities with family equality to bring this messaging to the world. This is a song that's by one of our local Portland bands that we just love. They're called Pink Martini. They play jazz. So bear with me. I don't think I'm the greatest piano player in the world, but we're here to share our gifts. It's called Hang On, Little Tomato. That's a better key. The sun has gone and forgotten me. It's dark, I cannot see. Why does the rain pour down? I'm gonna drown in a sea of deep confusion. Somebody told me, I don't know who. Whenever you are sad and blue, and you're feeling all alone and left behind, just take a look inside you and you'll find you gotta hold on through the night. Hang on, things will be alright. Even when it's dark and not a bit of sparkling sing-song sunshine from above, spreading rays of sunny love, just hang on to the vine, stay on, soon you'll be divine. If you start to cry, just look up to the sky, something's coming up ahead to turn your tear to blue instead. And so I hold on to this advice, when change is hard and not so nice, if you listen to your heart the whole night through, your sunny someday will come one day soon to you. And that's it. From my heart to yours, thank you for having me. I am Ruby Q, and remember to dress with all your heart.
Yay, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Everyone at home, they can't hear you, but they can feel you. So clap, stomp your feet, jump up and down, tell them thank you. They are no doubt feeling it.
Keep singing, keep dancing, y'all.
That's right. Thank you to all the queens. This was such a happy, uplifting hour, and we are just so excited that all these families can join us from far away and from nearby. So thank you so, so, so much. Don't forget to check out our Queens and Teachers pages once we log off. Don't forget to sign up for emails from Family Equality to get updates about more events like this one and events for people of all ages. And I think with that, we're going to say one more thank you. Thank you to Helen of Boy. Thank you to Beelzebub Doll. Thank you to Ruby Q. You guys have just made our day. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the families joining us.